And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Yuri? Look at me, now look at the huge pimple on my chest. Now look back at me, look to the left, look to the right, now look back at the huge pimple on my chest. Look at me, look at my lips. No diddy. Today we are going to be playing a game called Doki Doki Literature Club. Now surprisingly, for the longest time that this has been out, I have not seen any of my favorite YouTubers play this. So we're gonna play it. Stare back at the bro, I don't even know like oh my, yo, it's big, bro. It's big. Like I just wanna pump it. By playing Doki Doki Literature, you at least 13 years of age. See that? At least 13 years of age. All you who are younger, get out. Skedaddle. Mothers, if you're listening, get your kids out of here. Hey. Ooh. Okay, hey, hold up, hey. Hey, these are high schoolers. Calm down. All right, let's get our sayings right. Oh, hold up, this got me in the new game. Hey man, since we're all playing, it gotta be INYOKISHI. I was gonna put Adriel, but it gotta be INYOKISHI. Hold up. Who's that? I see an annoying girl running toward me from a distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were like children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's gonna go chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I'm sorry I'm fidgeting so much. This music, do you hear it? I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. Look at her face, bro. You need more eyebrows. Hey, I can't say nothing though. That's mean, INYOKISHI. She's talking about us. What's up, Ted? Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think that we're a couple or something. Oh, that was me. My fault. Oops. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near the streets, become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, INYOKISHI, have you decided on a club yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on an average while spending my free time on games and anime. I was talking about how worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I'll die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Yo, Sayori, you're yapping. Can we get to school? All right. I'll look at a few cubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little harder? Yeah, I guess I promise you that. Yay! Why did I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? I don't know, bro. More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her and worry about me just makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit. Even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. I see why they said to put the music down a little bit, because this is gonna get annoying. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Oh my gosh. Sayori must have come into the classroom when I was spacing out. I look around and I realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me. It's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori, yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori's the vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 90% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please? Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday that I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Oh my gosh, bro. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she is cunning as to have planned all this out. I think it's the latter, bro. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go! And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Dang, what happened, bro? It's just a literature club, right? I dejectedly followed Sayori across the school and upstairs. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glanced around the room. Welcome to the literature club. Hold up, who are you? Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure to meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You want a boy? That's what she sound like. Way to kill the atmosphere. INYOKISHI, what a nice surprise. Who is this? Who is this? My fault. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Yuri? Okay, I figured. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you, and it sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, INYOKISHI. What did you just do? Monika smiles sweetly. Monika, hello, Monika. What's up, Monika? We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we're in the same class here. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuine feels a little... You too, Monika. Dang, bro. Okay, he can't spit it out. I'm like, come sit down, INYOKISHI. We made a room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monika. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Okay. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs the first one, then Monika. I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Okay, we smart. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking a glance in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good, Natsuki. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe, but not for you, you know, you dummy. All right. Okay, she on our body, bro, but she's too young. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri is just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean, that, you know, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in all the efforts to start something brand new. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. It makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow in this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with the level of enthusiasm about literature. Yo, this is Yap Fest right here. This isn't Doki Doki Literature Club. This is Yap Yap Literature Club.
You ain't funny.
So, INYOKISHI, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read in the past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga, facts. That's literally what I would say in real life, bro. I don't read anything else. That's that bad? Okay, my bad. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she kept quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about Yuri? Well, let's see. My favorites are usually the novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. We know what time is she on, bro. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw off you for a loop? I need some water, bro. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw off you for a loop? Throw you off for a loop? Throw you for... Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something that I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having... Hold on, y'all. This music is way too loud. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with The Rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. I hate horror. Oh? Why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of the scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just cute as you are. Sayori slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hand on her... Oh, I thought she was gonna say something else. Puts her hand on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? Okay. No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not very confident writer yet, are we? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, the next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it would help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, INYOKISHI? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What is that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I don't know if I really want to join this club, Gangalanch. Sayori might have convinced me to stop by, but I never made a decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lost my train of thought for a second. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought... Yokishi, you all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-head decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes lit up. Yes, I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came by with the cupcakes, I would be super mad! Then, that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment, write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. And Yokishi, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? But don't worry, I got you, bro. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, INYOKISHI, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed at after-school clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club rooms and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Okay, type of poem we finna cook up. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club members will like. Something good might happen with whomever likes your poem the most. Okay, man, hold up. I don't know if we're on the same wavelength, but I already know who I'm choosing. Let me just say my favorite color is purple. Horror. Yeah, there you go. Hold up. Landscape. What would she like though? What would Yuri like out of all these, bro? We got nightgown, dark, parfait, anger, disaster. I'm thinking landscape because you know, like the landscape of like fantasy realms and yeah. Right, I'm gonna choose landscape. Let's go, baby. Universe. Effulgent. Hold on, what does that mean? Shining brightly radiant. Oh, okay. Sticky. What? Oh, wait, we gonna choose universe. Yeah, adventure. No, I did not mean to get you jumping. Hold on. No. Yeah. Misfortune, treasure, games, aura. I'm choosing aura just off the street. Aura, come on, aura. Fantasy, vacation, fantasy. Wait, I thought she said she liked fantasy. Bro, essence, pure massacre. Yeah. Misery, meager. This one is kind of hard. Let's see. Oh my god, bro. I should have chose infinite. Hi again, INYOKISHI. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Now don't worry. Wait, did y'all notice though? She wasn't in it. What's her name? Monica? She wasn't in it. It was only the 3 other girls. So she must be like special or something. Or maybe she already like us, bro. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I kept my word. Well, I'm back in the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, INYOKISHI. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. INYOKISHI always gives his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and INYOKISHI can become good friends too. Sayori... As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she puts me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know. Wait, Sayori... me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright, well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically took the book. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book, and I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Oh snap, we finna go see what she's doing? I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I'd feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap! I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face even deeper in the book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing as I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? When I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go because I already know that she's on my body. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. Alright, I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison, and while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Okay, we know what type she is. We know what type she is. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, INYOKISHI? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy this kind of story, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be a little up. I was just playing. But her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that these kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they can believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to believe no, bro, I'm like talking so much that my words are just jumbling up. I feel like lightheaded. I don't normally talk this much out loud. I feel like deep breath. Somebody else read, please. I'm done reading. They're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with their villain's plans. I'm yapping, aren't I? Yes. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen, right? Well, that's true. In fact, I might as well start reading, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. All right. Is it fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. All right. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking down at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. So sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? And it's getting on my freaking nerves. I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the pages. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and her forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after I flip. Okay, teamwork. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. They always make it so complicated, bro. It's a book. Just hold the book, and flip the book. Why are you making it so difficult, bro? We're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page? Sorry, I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning the page almost feels like an intimate exchange. Hey, Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all of the things she says and does. They're kind of reminiscent of you in some mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment, but INYOKISHI, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I didn't really know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying this all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we shared today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? Okay. Hold on, we got readers. Guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read it a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Alright, let's see what we cooked up. Who should I show my poem to first? Oh, we're gonna do Yuri first. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's gonna hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. Why am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicate you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just mean, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Not just finding them and building them yap together, probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. Yap. I also hope that everyone in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry, it's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thoughts process behind it. Oh, this about to be some messed up, deranged stuff. Watch. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. I ain't gonna lie, I could barely read cursive. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm breathing air of the present, but living in the past, the light flickers. I flicker back. Ooh, okay, Yuri, okay. I probably read some of them words wrong, but shoot. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. I just can't read cursive because I'm an idiot. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, INYOKISHI. Right, like, bro, why would you say that, bro? I knew it wasn't about ghosts. It's about her. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember, the poem often expresses their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their own work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so nah, if anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I kind of enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, INYOKISHI. For me? Me too. Who should I show my poem to next? Who next did we have a good bond with? Sayori. I think it was Sayori. This is a good poem, INYOKISHI. Are you sure this is your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Well, we'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Okay. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question, Sayori. I forgot to do it last night, okay? Well, at least that makes me feel better about myself. We can do Monica last, bro. Let's do Natsuki, bro. Let's get her out the way, bro. She's not gonna like our poem. Yokishi, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh? What? You expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put effort into it. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about it, huh? Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Anyways, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try. But that's about it. Okay, that was good. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do things can really be disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but it made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in that last line. Wait, I actually understand what she's kind of saying. Hold up. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. Monica, last girl, come on. Hi, INYOKISHI. Everybody so far has been somewhat receptive. Hi, INYOKISHI. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I'll have to. Don't worry, INYOKISHI. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. I hand my poem to I hand Monica my poem. Jeez. Great job, INYOKISHI. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel. Blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't lacking in. I was looking out. That does not say lacking. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy up later. Okay, pretty good advice. Another way to think about it is this: if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, that was pretty good advice. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They genuinely exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of the expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrow furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. They don't like each other's styles of writing at all. Did you completely miss a symbol or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and INYOKISHI did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And INYOKISHI liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh no, don't get me in between this, bro. Don't get me in between this. I'm sorry, Natsuki. I'm choosing Yuri, blood. I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... You just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that INYOKISHI appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No, if I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Oh, she's throwing shots. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the only one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as INYOKISHI started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like you guys fighting. Suddenly, both girls turned toward me as if they noticed I was standing there. INYOKISHI... She's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate the simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should just jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, INYOKISHI. Wait, there's a reason why we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessary, limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, INYOKISHI?
Well?
How the freak did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So, either this means that we're taking sides with Natsuki, we're taking sides with Yuri, or we're playing neutral, asking Sayori to help. I'm trying to be neutral, so I'm gonna choose the third one for right now, because I still want to be kind of neutral. You know what I'm saying? I'm playing it strategically, y'all. Actually, no, I'm not being neutral, bro. I agree with Yuri more. Goofy. Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri, you're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, but here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. Hold up, so picking Yuri low-key kind of like, it kind of played out. I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fist. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped at this point being defiant, only because she can't handle the pressure. I ended up even feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sorry, she doesn't need to... You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all of your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem up from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and No, bro, it was a good poem, bruh. She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Everything all right? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri, how could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it. Low-key, y'all both treated each other kind of bad, but like, you know, I'm just trying to get them digits for real. You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, all right, I believe you. Thanks, INYOKISHI, you're too kind. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, you know, I would never do anything so shameful. So, what thing did Natsuki say? Well, never mind that. I'm going to make some tea. Good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was all right. Well, mostly. And INYOKISHI, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was neat things to talk about with everyone. And INYOKISHI, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent as much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Okay. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki? Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That really is the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You know, you don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. It's just I wanted your opinion, that's all. You know, INYOKISHI, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught onto the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? I have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than her, but it's easier to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Alright. So, to wrap up today, we took Yuri's side over Natsuki's, and now they are kind of fighting with each other. Huh? I'm just trying to choose stuff that I think this crazy girl gonna try to do. Kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that all of a sudden? No reason really. I just wanted to look at it. Oh, she gonna make us try to pay. Only 2 small coins spill out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. You're a gold digger. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, then that means you deserve to feel the guilt. Yuri suddenly giggles. If you could make her laugh and giggle, you can make them. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Did I just... I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the retribution. That. Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes, so I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Damn! Whoa, what was that? Yeah. Out of nowhere, something smacks her in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Who smacked her? Ow! What was that? A cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you. But then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Hugs the cookie? Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. That's so good. Sayori suddenly clasped her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're the one going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes one bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Dang! Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat behind Natsuki and then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Oops. Sayori suddenly leans down to take a bite. Yo, you do that to me, bro, you're getting uppercutted, bro. Hadouken! Like, bro, you don't do that. Hey, did you seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She's probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... It wouldn't be a surprise. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me. Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What you glance at me for? I don't want you. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bells ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, INYOKISHI. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry, I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? Nah, not really. Hey, Yuri. I suddenly noticed that Yuri's reading a different book from the one that we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. No, I was kind of just waiting for you. If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here a little better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Can you hold this for me for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk and then we'll go get some water. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms, especially because of her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have a water pitcher, please? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might just go walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where did you off to? Well, we're just filling the water pitcher. Okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. Dang, like, get out my convo, bro. You gonna have your time in a different playthrough. But this playthrough, Yuri the baby girl. Okay? Alright. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? That's... Monica, please mind your own bit. Monica, yo, this is insane. Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want to tell me that there's something wrong with helping involve INYOKISHI in club activities? My mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, INYOKISHI. Dang, hold on, she kinda assertive. She kinda domestic. Yuri quickly exits the room. Did I just say domestic? I mean dominant. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri, something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri, I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it. It's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. INYOKISHI, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because I'm trying to get that digit. Because I like you and I just want you to like me back. So I'm just gonna glaze you. Nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We all have emotions and we can't hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No, wouldn't you hate me for being something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. INYOKISHI, I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyways, yeah, shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea levels. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now, is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do, when it's you who's around anyway. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, INYOKISHI. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. Watching Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. INYOKISHI, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why is that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. And for y'all who know why she got back pain, then y'all know. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because of your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading. Yes, I have terrible reading posture, so that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it since it'll go well with tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I ended up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now, I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume that the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I managed to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry, I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay, I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudged onto the pages. You're right, I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her arm is left practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading. Again, I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate, and then I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if this situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. INYOKISHI, sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. You were just helping. That's something that friends do, right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah. That's all it was. Yeah, then you don't need to stop or anything. I see. Situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return the book, but I can tell just by expression that even she can't focus right now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my finger. Okay, everyone. Yuri jolts back. It's time to share the poems. INYOKISHI, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. This spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Let's do Yuri last this time. We gonna actually start with Monaco. We're gonna start backwards. Hi again, INYOKISHI. How's the writing going? All right, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You'll never know. I give my poem to Monaco. All right, this one's good. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what's going on in that head of hers? I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. I just mean that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But still, defending her like that, hey, you must be pretty into her. You completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure that she's already got a boyfriend. Wait, really? Yeah, a fictional one anyway. Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. It's just a hunch, but, well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Oh, well, I know. I was just saying, but anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like it. I like the way this one's turned out, so I hope you do too. All right, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, and endless. Cacophony. I think that's how you say it. Of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. The violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing on a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Yeah, that was cool, bro. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess. It's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just this kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short made it feel like they were trying to speak over the noise. As sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be abstract and as a physical expression of feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind. Or when something unexpectedly may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? Exactly, like that was a cool little fourth wall break. Okay, Debs. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. It was Natsuki. Yeah. Here we go. Well, I can admit that it's better than the last one. It's nice to see that you're putting in some effort. That's good. But I still don't like this at all. It's trying too hard to be serious. What do you mean? Poems don't need to be all deep sounding to express something. It's going to just sound like you're forcing it unless you really don't suck at it. Honestly, don't bother trying to write poems like this until you're on Yuri's level. Don't tell me. You're not just trying to impress Yuri, are you? What are you talking about? Keep your voice down. You know, Yuri would love this kind of... this angsty... Just because she's a talented writer doesn't mean... I mean... Look, looks like I'm in trouble. I somehow struck a nerve. Though, what I did is beyond me. I am so done with you. Natsuki shoves the poem I handed her back over to me. Take your stupid poem. If you wrote it for someone else, just don't show it to me. I mean, she is right. I did write it for somebody else. I ain't gonna cap. Ouch! This is what I get for letting a younger girl step into my business. Unless I was a mind reader, I was destined to be in a world of pain from the start. At least Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. At least you know, bro. At least you know your needs, bro. Because you know you don't want that, bro. She didn't even show me hers? Dang, bro. She mean, bro. Okay, let's see what Sayori's talking about. Sayori's like the equilibrium. Oh, I like this one, INYOKISHI. It has some nice feelings in it. I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's? Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both. That's not very helpful, you know. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But that's why I just go by my heart. You can read my poem now, okay? Oh, dang! She wrote a bibliography. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all of my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger, pluck out it's warm and tingly. But there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, and bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friends after friends, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go. Like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets, hiding in the nooks and crannies, digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelves could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally all done, I open up and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull all of them from the shelf one after another, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let it go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is an echo, 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 echo inside my head. Okay. Holy crap. Sarah, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday was gonna be the best poem ever? Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being so cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. All right, y'all. The moment we've been waiting for, baby. Yuri. Let's see what you've written for today. Do you like it? Inyokishi, this one might be even better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why then. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hand appears sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine. Take your time. Take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself, and besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. She don't got no close friends, gang. Anyway, do you want to share the poems that you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. All right, time to have a stroke trying to read this. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night. While I was slicing bread for a quick snack, my attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The moon increments his phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife, the very same light that glistens in the eyes of the raccoon friend. I slice the bread fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited, or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto a newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread and feel myself again. Dang. I was a little bit more daring. I could tell. I can see that, yeah. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem's about. Yeah. Her bread. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poems as a canvas to express my vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things that I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Don't worry, girl. I could change her. I can save her. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, INYOKISHI? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities, even if it's difficult sometimes and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening. There really aren't many people like you, INYOKISHI. That's exaggerating a little bit. It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing, but now I almost feel like I could look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling, and you're to thank for that. It's nothing really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For just a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. Okay, everyone, we're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come to sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Ooh, a festival? Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry. I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica, yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori is putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up for you, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's a bad idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys, no, Sayori, I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared poems with anyone until a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that, you think? So I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best shot. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is really about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right, and it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been really trying hard to get these new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Ugh, okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get over with it. Alright, phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant face. I guess I really don't have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite poems in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no, don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little bit more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now then, let's see. Monica flips to a notebook and... The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before? Or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Oh no, my water's already done. 4 of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Yuri's all fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called, Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do it. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into a sharp syllable of a fierce and confident woman. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances at herself as if she's bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save this situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins after me, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, guess I'm next then. Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks into the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori, it's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow, it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this poem on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori, a voice almost gives me a whole new meaning. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori! Even INYOKISHI liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little bit more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. Then next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little bit more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Don't make me go before INYOKISHI. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let INYOKISHI lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Now I'm finna heighten them, boy. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time though. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called, Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting, Natsuki. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style and works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The word feels like they bounce up and down, and as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You'd be better not to make me do that again. Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want to other people, but when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everybody for coming to. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice for the festival, okay? Got it. I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez, I should probably find some other poems to recite instead. All this effort into the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far. I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. I can do this. All right. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys, don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice though. Well, How am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, INYOKISHI, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home today. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to, Sayori fumbles with the words. So let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. I'll walk home with Yuri, not gonna cap. Walk home with Yuri, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down, so isn't she so beautiful and smart? That has nothing to do with what I just said. You admitted it, jeez. There's not even a point in speculating something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe, but I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know? Need you? Sayori, I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry. Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. If you say so. The conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward, but it was kind of her fault for trapping me in with such a weird question. I can't just lie to her. If there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take it away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what'll happen in that time? Alright, here we go again. Yes, or you know. Alright. Oh man, I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Looking down at nothing. Whoa, what happened to Sayori? I walked over to her. Hey Sayori. I waved my hand in front of her face. You're spacing out? Oh, it's because I said I go home with dang bro, that's tough. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off today. Sorry for assuming things. Geez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows a big smile. Don't let me get distracted from having fun with everyone. Well, alright. If you say so. I worried glance at Sayori turning back towards everyone else. But the conversation is already dispersed, with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk. INYOKISHI, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little bit too much, but she seems a little bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? Monica peers across the room and was idly dragging rubber crate. Maybe something is on her mind, but I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, INYOKISHI. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bother her. But this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No. It's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? She seems like she wants to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with a person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying maybe the thing on her mind is you, INYOKISHI. Me? How on earth do you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know? What? She's been so much happier since she joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She'd always be full of sunshine. It's not any different than how it always been. You're so funny, INYOKISHI. Have you thought maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful because that's how she is when she's around you? I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions. You should just forget about what I said. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down to Sayori and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear from her. I sigh and sit down myself. I know Sayori told me not to worry and have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. There's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around Yuri, my fault, not Yuki. What am I talking about? Suddenly I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book. But suddenly she looks away as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in one next to her. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't even do anything. But I can tell that you wanted to be alone with your own thoughts. Alone with my own thoughts? How were you even able to tell I was thinking things like that? It's something that I do a lot, so it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if it caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only concern for it's not really big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seemed a little bit off today. When I last heard about her, she said, I don't wonder why I did her. Oh, that's quite romantic. Eh? Sorry. I didn't mean to say it, but it's stupid. It's not that. I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have just been friends for a long time. That's all. I'm trying to get with you for real. If you want to be honest with you, bro. Like, what's up? I see. Then perhaps it's unusual for her to be dismissive about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. INYOKISHI, the word is full of meaning, often hidden deep.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. So what's your untold mystery, Yuri? I noticed her strange behavior today too, and I also feel the some concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess. But but you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri-san looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. That is, I think that. She would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you, though. That's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Okay, everyone, after some time, Monica calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our problems now? Before I knew everything got normal. Everything goes through I do the same. Oh my god, Monica, she smiles. I wonder what she's talking about. Sorry. Y'all understood that, right? Good, because I gotta hurry up, keep going. How long has it been? It's been 2 hours. I've been talking for 2 hours. That's why I feel like this. I mean, no, let's start with Natsuki, bro. Let's just get her out the way, bro. Next. I knew it. She not feeling me. She not messing with me at all. I didn't pick nothing from her for the past like 3 days. See what Monica talking about. Hi, INYOKISHI. Have you thought about what you were telling me to perform at a festival? Well, beginning the club is one thing, performing to a bunch of people, I have to give it some more thought. Say this poem, sure. Let me and Monica read it from home in my hands. Your style's gotten so refined, INYOKISHI. Yuri's been teaching you a lot of things, hasn't she? Well, I guess so. Yeah, I've been noticing how much time you spend with her. I think I've heard her say more words in these past couple days than she's talked in this whole year. You're certainly putting on a lot of effort. You must really like her. Yeah, that's... it's awfully suspicious, you know, spending time with her in the club room every day, reading that edgy novel with her. Well, I just feel bad that she has a hard time socializing. It makes me want to make sure that she doesn't spend all the time alone. Besides, the novel isn't too bad either, you know. You said that like I'm going to hurt her. Sorry, I didn't really mean that. If anything, she might accidentally hurt herself. I'll share my poem with you now, all right? All right. The lady who knows everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders earth, the lady who knows everything, a beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift in the sky, victim of the current of the winds. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains. The last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky, excuse me. Under one day, the wind ceases to blow, I fall. And I fall and fall and fall even more, gently as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between my thumb and forefinger. The hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything. Knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollowed voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only in the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. All right, that's cool. The end part I don't really agree with so much, but you know, I feel like I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sort of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. Anyway, Here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not good? It's not that good. It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response. Oh, bro, I should have saved. I should have saved where I forgot she said to save. I should have saved where it asked me about Yuri with what's her name? I forgot her name. That's how much I don't care. It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response from something you put so much effort in. But if you find blah, 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 because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, right, she about to build my body even more, bro. Come on. Yokishi, your writing has only improved in these last few days. Every poem you show me has been nothing short of spectacular. I can really feel the emotions. I'm a little envious even. I don't think it ever came to me this naturally. Yuri, that's the wrong way to put it. This never did come naturally to me, but I've been able to improve so much thanks to you. You're really the example I was chasing after. Is that so? Yuri gently smiles to herself. This feeling, I'm so glad I got the chance to share my writing. I never thought anyone would feel like this. I remember you mentioning that yesterday. I can't believe you're so good at something you never even shared with anyone. It's kind of a shame. Maybe, but it's not like I really had a choice. What do you mean? Well, Yuri smiles sadly. And Yokishi, during young lunchtime I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it anyway. But books are so full of amazing and inspiring people. People you want to fall in love with. Or people you just know would make a really good friend. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face. Or deep thinkers and problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So when you look at it that way, I'm one of my friends every day, you know? And those friends don't laugh at me. They don't tease me for spacing out all the time. They don't make fun of my body type, and they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all. People say that about you? I'm not a know-it-all, INYOKISHI. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings, and all I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now that I started sharing it with you that I really understood what was missing all this time. But I haven't really done anything. No. But I haven't really done anything. No, that's wrong. Just being patient and respectful, that's really important to me. I know I'm a difficult person, INYOKISHI. I speak too slowly. I second guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things. But every time, you've always treated me just like anyone else. It's so rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. But that's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy. I see. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. And if other people don't see it that way, then screw them. I mean, I joined this club hoping I would make friends, and I would say I've at least had one success. Wouldn't you? If you put it that way, yeah. We really are friends now, aren't we? Yuri puts her head in her hands, but this time she's smiling as she does it. Do you want to show me your poem? Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you. Ghost Under the Light Part 2. Oh, okay. I'm glad it's not Raccoon Part 2. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing in the distance, a blue-green... Is this the same thing? A blue-green light flickers. A lone figure crosses its path, the silhouette obstructing the eerie glow. My heart pounds, the silhouette grows closer, closer. I open my umbrella, casting a shadow to shield me from visibility. But I am too late. He steps into the streetlight. I gasp and drop my umbrella. The light flickers. My heart pounds. He raises his arm. Time stops. The only indication of movement is the amber light flickering against his outstretched arm. The flickering light is in rhythm with the pounding of my heart, teasing me for succumbing to this forbidden emotion. Oh, this is like a love one, a romantic one. Have you ever heard of a ghost feeling warmth before? Giving up on understanding, I laugh. Understanding is overrated. I touch his hand. The flickering stops. Ghosts are blue-green. My heart is amber. Finishing the poem, I start to hand it back to Yuri, but instead of taking it from me, she looks away. So you want to know the reason why she did this? The reason why she did this is because we or that outline of the dude that had his hand out. So this is low-key like a secretive like love letter type thing, but this dude don't know it yet because he's oblivious and stupid. Ha, no, of course not. I just don't really know how I should respond. Despite Yuri's poem being usually being crypt, it wasn't hard to oh, never mind. I don't know if I'll be able to explain this one. That's fine. I understand this one. Yuri's having eating a harder time speaking than usual. Does this one mean a lot to you? Yuri nods. I'm not really good with words, but I'm happy that you shared it with me. So thank you. And I hope that we keep spending time together. Despite my inability to make eye contact, I see a faint smile emerge on Yuri's lips. I once again try to hand the poem back to her. When I said, Yuri gently takes my hand and pushes them back towards me. She wants you to keep it. You can, the poem is, once again, Yuri falls. You mean I can keep it? Yuri nods. I'd love to. Again, Yuri faintly smiles as if she doesn't want me to notice. You always make me feel nice. I know I'm not good with people, but I hope that I can return the favor sometime. Oh, you can return the favor tonight. I think you do a good job. Yuri finally turns back towards me. I guess we should move on before Monica says something, but I'm sure we'll talk again later. Yeah, I'm sure we will. With that, Yuri timidly smiles at me and I return to my seat so I can put her poem away. Sayori. She's smiling now. It's nice, I guess. Come on, I can already tell you don't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Yeah! Oh, cringe! I'm cringing! Oh my gosh, cringe. Probably Yuri. Bro, if you don't just be straightforward with her, bro, you like, low-key, you know she like you. Just be like, yo, I don't like her, bro. I like Yuri, bro, because she got the big boobies. Like, bro, I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though, but it's okay. You're making new friends, just like I was hoping. That makes me really, really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, INYOKISHI. Sayori, is there something wrong? Huh? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today, that's all. Alright. Just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play along with everyone else now. If you insist. Yay! I'm going to go home a little bit early today. Sayori, tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom humming to herself. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is it just me or did you just say something strange just now? That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I do not have a catchphrase. Jeez, why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common, foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. It seems you're right. So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No, first of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Oh? That curious expression coming from Yuri from all people? Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything's fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival. Let's decide what we're doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes. I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, you can, no. Guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No, that's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know? Now Natsuki's pouting too? Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. That may be the case, but if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. Tell Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations to help set up the atmosphere. About that. I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk and starts nodding to herself. It'd be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you and INYOKISHI, the one who is truly useless. Bro, why are you talking down to yourself like that, bro? Calm down. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I'd really appreciate that. Is Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of the club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a little bit of help, Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I can give to you. Yeah, I'm not failing you, bro. It's not like Monika's going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. INYOKISHI may not like to be around you if you only make him out to be a nuisance. So therefore, he might be more suited to assisting with decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be making a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for INYOKISHI to... What are you saying? It'll be extremely meticulous work, and baking isn't? Just what do you think? Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to INYOKISHI to decide how he'll like to contribute. Bro, I'm going full on one person, bro. I'm not switching up, bro. I'm 10 toes never fold, bro. I'm standing on business. I'm standing on Yuri, bro. Come on now. He hasn't really gotten a chance to spend any time with me yet, you know. Can we just settle this already? Yeah. INYOKISHI, you okay with this, right? And then it's up to you. Of course. Very well. In that case, everyone look straight at me. Well, I'm probably most useful helping out Sayori. I mean, Yuri. Me? Are you serious? Why would you? Natsuki, I can already tell you're about to say something mean. No, I was just saying. So you'll be helping Yuri then, INYOKISHI, huh? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm glad. I have the bad habit of overthinking these sort of things, so I think your assistance will be very useful. It's great to hear. Natsuki, will you be able to handle baking your stuff? I mean, yeah, I already said I'd be fine. Okay. Everyone can tell that Natsuki is feeling a little sour. So is that everything we need to get over? Yeah, that should be about it. Yeah, I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today, so I guess it's time for us to head out. Alright, let's get out of here then. Everyone pack up their things. I started to follow Monika and Natsuki at the door as they chat between each other. I turn around. Sorry. I realized that I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, I can't believe that slipped my mind. Should I give you my phone number? I think that would be the best way, yes. Alright then, you and I exchanged phone numbers. Okay, then I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday. Yeah? What? My house? Is that a problem? No, not at all. I just thought that I would be the one going to your house since I'm the one helping you. I suppose that makes sense, but if you don't mind, I think I'd prefer going to your house. All right, in that case, it won't be a problem. I decided not to press Yuri for a reason. So, do we just not, like, we just live by ourselves, huh? It's not like it should matter much either way, so I just need to make sure my room is clean. I hope I managed to make myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you are. Don't underestimate yourself, INYOKISHI. I think that we all make a better representative team. Maybe we all just remember Batman or something. Wait, you don't actually think that, do you? I don't know. It's difficult for me to come up with any reason why you have chosen me. You're forgetting one reason, most common sense. I chose to help you because that's what I want to do. But Yuri thinks herself with being intense expression. Yuri, you're overthinking this. You want me to point out when you're overthinking, right? I didn't realize. I'm telling you, I want to. That's all there is to it. Do you believe me? Yuri thinks really hard again. She looks straight into my eyes for a long while. I believe you. As if it took her tremendous effort, Yuri finally says that and relaxes her expression. And I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, I am too. After that exchange, I make my way out the door and Yuri follows. I can't believe this. Yuri's going to be coming to my house on Sunday? My anxiety shoots to the roof. Even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point, there's no telling what might end up happening when we're outside of school. More than that, she told me that she was looking forward to it. Is there a chance I have to make something happen between us? Or is it too early for that? Only time will tell, but until then I won't be able to take my mind off of it. I seriously can't wait. It's already Sunday. Dang, I was about to be like, all right, that's done. We've already been recording for... No. We're gonna end it here, bro. Yeah, guys. So far the game is slow, but I can tell that it's about to start pacing up. You know what I'm saying? Sayori is in her little mood since she's not the chosen one. Yuri is in her bag right now. Well, we're in INYOKISHI. We're in our bag right now because we got Yuri with us, and Yuri's about to come to our house on Sunday. So next time I play this, we're gonna see what me and Yuri trying to do. We're gonna link up. We're gonna see what we're trying to do. Let me know who y'all feeling the most right now. Are y'all feeling Yuri? Are y'all feeling Natsuki? Actually, don't answer that, for I'll call the cops on y'all and get y'all arrested like Diddy. Unless y'all that young, then you know, do y'all little thing. But I love y'all. INYOKISHI, Adriel. Oh.